How is everybody doing? It's time for another review. This time, it may not be the album of the year. It may not be the best album ever recorded by two people that joined a failing famous band, and then they became one of the biggest bands the world has ever seen. Lindsey Buckingham, Stevie Nicks, and the album is called Buckingham Nicks. Originally released in 1973. The legendary debut studio album. They only ever had one album. Available for the first time in over 40 years, newly remastered from the analog tapes on baby blue vinyl. No, this was never officially released on compact disc as far as I know. And if you're a Fleetwood Mac fan, you have this already, but maybe you don't and want to update. So this is the 2025 remaster, lacquers cut by Chris Bellman at Bernie Grundman Mastering, Hollywood, California. Right. Yeah, this is it's kind of a novelty. I remember having it on cassette. I don't know, I can't remember what happened. They couldn't release it for years for something. I don't know what the story was. But it's basically Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham. They were a couple at the time. And this is an album of songs that they wrote together, and they were a duo. Vocally, you can still hear the harmonies that they ended up carrying over to Fleetwood Mac. The story goes, Mick Fleetwood was looking for studios around 74, 75, whatever. And he was in Sound City, Los Angeles, and the producer engineer in Sound City, Keith Olsen, played him the album to show off the studio. And then Mick said, okay, who's that guy? You know what I mean? I want him in the band. Because Fleetwood Mac were failing at the time. I think Bob Welch was just about to leave, or the whole thing was a shambles anyway. And Mick sought him out and, of course, asked him to join. And Buckingham said, yeah, sure, no problem. But Stevie joins, or I don't. So rest is history. This is nice. Rhino reissued it, and baby blue vinyl. Very, very, very tasty indeed. It's just come out. Yeah, it's like I said, the songs are quite short. I think the running time is only about 35 minutes. You've got backing band of session musicians, LA's finest. Drums, Hoppy Hodges, Jim Keltner, Ronnie Tutt. He was in one of the bands that backed up Elvis Presley. Guitars, Lindsey, of course. Great guitar player, great country picker, great folk picker, great lead player. Waddy Watchell. Bass, Mark Toolin and Lindsey himself. And Jerry Sheff, again, Elvis Presley. Keyboard, Peggy Sandvik. Strings arranged by Richard Halligan. Percussion, Jorg Calderon. Lindsey Buckingham, Hoppy Hodges. Synthesizer, Monty Stark. Produced and engineered by Keith Olsen for Pogo Logo. Engineered by Richard Dashut. He went on to work with Fleetwood Mac. Recorded at Sound City, LA. And yeah, so in the vinyl, you get the lyrics as well. That's a kind of a nice kind of 70s vibe to it. Yeah, the songs Don't Let Me Down Again. That one ended up on Fleetwood Mac live album. One of my favorite songs here are Long Distance Winner. That's really good. I could imagine that maybe on Rumors or something. Crying in the Night reminds me kind of like Tom Petty, the Eagles, Without a Leg to Stand On. That's again pretty middle of the road. Crystal that ended up on the 1975 self-titled Fleetwood Mac album, when you had Mick Fleetwood, John McVie, Christine McVie, and the two American newbies. And Crystal, it's got more of a swing to it on this album. I think it's a great song. I love it. It's a Stevie Nicks song. Races Are Run, Frozen Love, Lola, My Love. There's a little instrumental on it as well. Django, probably a tribute to Django Reinhardt. Yeah, so there you go. And it's also available on compact disc. Available for the first time on CD. And there's no lyrics on this, but you just get the track titles on the disc itself, as you do on the vinyl labels. So yeah, it's a nice addition. Yeah, nice addition. You know, they're very professional. It's hard to know if they had never met Fleetwood, would they have got big on their own? Remember, a lot of the Fleetwood Mac songs were written by Lindsey Buckingham, and Stevie Nicks wrote some great songs. Hard to know, very hard to know. And then again, you know, Christine McVie had her own songs and had lots of hits in the band. So it's a tough question to answer. Would they have been successful on their own? Well, I'm sure Fleetwood Mac would have probably fizzled out or became third or fourth division. They were nearly dead at the time. But yeah, nice addition to the collection of all things FM, Fleetwood Mac. And yeah, you got to get out there and get your hands on it quickly before it's too late. Anyway, that's it. Buckingham Nicks. Here it is. It's available. I think since yesterday or something. And go grab it before it's too late. Anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe and take care.